Welcome everyone to a Hearts of Iron 4 achievement guide video, and in this one I'm gonna show you how to get Georgia on my mind, which requires us as the US to hold Georgia, the US state, South Georgia Island just off the coast of Argentina, and Georgia, the country that is part of the Soviet Union in this game. So let's pick single player, new game, 36, and pick the United States. So we need to hold Georgia, which is somewhere around here, South Georgia Island, which is this, and Georgia, which is around here somewhere. So we are gonna be flipping to the Confederate States of America, completely obliterating the Allies as well as the Comintern to get what we have to get. So let's start in Iron Man mode, historical AI focuses. And here we are as the United States, and before I do anything I do have to mention that there was a guide video before on my channel. I mean, it was only up until we formed the Confederacy, but that is now deleted because of this video. This, I don't care how long it will be, we're gonna do it all in one go. So we have 36 divisions, not that much, honestly. We are gonna be training a lot more pretty soon. As for research, just the usual. These 4. We have 10 military factories, allocate them like this, that will just do fine. And build some civilian factories at first. And build some military factories around here, because this area will most definitely stay with us in the Boston Rebellion. We do have the Great Depression and undisturbed isolation, which gives us 106 factories used for consumer goods out of 130, so 76%. As for focuses, we will have to re-establish the gold standard, but we can only do that when Franklin D. Roosevelt isn't the country leader, which means we're gonna have to do something else until November. So we're not gonna continue the New Deal, but instead go down to the War Department and do Air War Plans Division, do whichever one of these you would like, and escort fighters, so we can get a 1940s, I think, airframe in 1938 with this research bonus. So War Department it is. And escort fighters is done. So now we can have 1940s planes in 1930. Well, that's gonna be 1937, I think, yes. It is 3.23 years ahead of time, but we also have a 300% research speed, so let's research that. And by the way, yes, that's all the political power you're gonna have until October, because when we do a focus we make a grand total of 0.15 political power per day, so no, I didn't spend any on anything. And now that we have a looming election, we don't have any 35-day focuses, so we're just not gonna do one and at least get some political power out of it. And now we wait until November when the election event pops up. There we go, the election of 1936. And now we have to pick the Republicans, which we need to pick to re-establish the gold standard, because now Alf Landon is the leader of our country, so we can continue the New Deal still, but we're gonna re-establish the gold standard. And also you could hire the silent workhorse with all the political power you now have. And now we make 0.45 political power a day. Okay, re-establish the gold standard is done. So now we are not gonna stay neutral, we do America first, and then ally with the Silver Shirts, invite foreign support, send Lindbergh to Germany and work with the Bund. And also recruit the Free Corps, but you have to do work with the Bund to retain control of these states, otherwise we might not make it in the Second American Civil War. So America first, which makes us able to hire Charles Coughlin, who gets us daily fascism support, but when the Second American Civil War fires, we're gonna be non-aligned, so America first is done, but to ally with the Silver Shirts we actually do have to hire Charles Coughlin, because it says part of the government has trait fascist demagogue, which only Charles has. But until then we can do stuff around here to ease the Great Depression. However, when you can ally with the Silver Shirts, do these four. These are gonna be your main focus. If you don't do them well, the American Civil War is gonna suck. But if you have time after it, do stuff around here. But for now, Adjusted Compensation Act, which will ease the Great Depression. And also you can make a spy agency, the Office of Strategic Services, the predecessor to the CIA. Yeah, we're gonna need it for the Soviets to capitulate without us going all the way to the Urals. I have 13% support for the Silver Legion, so let's do ally with the Silver Shirts, and then invite foreign support, send Lindbergh to Germany, work with the Bund, recruit the Free Corps, and if I have time I'm gonna do these. Also I forgot to actually produce those 1940s planes, so I'm gonna get rid of this, and this is the 1940s plane, so I'm gonna just make it a fighter. Well, this should be good. I mean, yeah, it's expensive as fuck, but also it's a 1940s plane, so... And you actually don't have to hire a chief of the Air Force like I did, because send Lindbergh to Germany gives you 75 air XP, so you could save 100 political power that way, I guess. And now let's do work with the Bund. You're gonna get this event, the USS Panay sunk in China. You could do demand compensation for war support or just gain a war goal against Japan, which we are not gonna fight. I mean, we already have to capitulate at least 2 majors, so I'm just gonna demand compensation. Yeah, you're gonna get all kinds of bad things. Some stability hits, war support hits, strikes, so I don't think we oh, we actually have civilian factories to build stuff with, but not much. Yeah, no trade either, because 97% of our civs are being used for consumer goods, and we already have negative 15 spared for trade. Okay, recruit the Free Corps is done, so the Second American Civil War could fire like any minute now, but we can do National Prosperity Program and just do these. And also don't spend any of your political power, because when the Second American Civil War fires, we're gonna get off Disarmed Nation and Undisturbed Isolation. The UK issues stern warning. Well, ideally I would select a transparent bluff, but that would give the UK a war goal against us, which, when the AI gets a war goal, they like to just immediately declare it. So yeah, we would rather not find out what those measures are for now, but we are gonna go to war with the UK, just not now. So I was talking while the recording was paused, so let me explain what the hell is happening around here. So we got an event, the Boston Rebellion, which made the constitutional states secede. This is the United States that we left behind, they are democratic and stuff. we had a decision somewhere to raise the Silver Legions, which netted us some divisions. Also, we had enough political power to get off undisturbed isolation, and now we are at partial mobilization, and also instead of disarmed nation we are at volunteer only right now. Also, now we had enough available civilian factories to trade away, so that's what we've done. And we have 65 divisions, so arrange them in groups like these. For the 17 division army, we set a fallback line around here, because some of these states are also gonna flip to the constitutional states, and take one of the armies containing 24 divisions and draw a fallback line around this mostly straight line around state borders, because everything west of that is gonna flip to the constitutionalists. So now that it is actually recorded, let's just on pause, I guess. Oh, and also Italy, Germany and Japan sent us land leases. You can accept them, why not? We have the convoys for it. And now Germany and Italy wants to send divisions to aid us. So we're gonna accept that, because why wouldn't we? We are gonna be in the Axis anyway. And there goes California, Washington and Oregon. So we're gonna gain base stability, or actually lose base stability. And the East Coast joins the rebellion, and everything here will also join the rebellion. These states and the historical confederacy should stay part of us. The Second American Civil War. And this army will be just used wherever necessary. So see, New York and Pennsylvania and Maryland all flipped to the constitutional states, so now we can delete this fallback line and actually assign a front line around here, and just... And also the Northwest secedes, so yes. And also we get some new volunteers, they are always welcome. And also the Southwest secedes, like so. Actually we're gonna reoccupy these, yep, like that. And now we can delete the front line and, I mean the fallback line, and set a front line all the way to LA, but actually let's assign both of these armies, and like that. And MacArthur offers to lead the government, and desperate crimes call for desperate measures indeed. So now we have to promote Maurice Rose, or whoever you like, to Field Marshal. And Douglas MacArthur now leads the American junta, the American Caesar. So now it's gonna be even easier to retake what is ours. Also we trained up some infantry divisions. Actually you have enough as is, but it's always nice to have more. And now you just pretty much just watch as you take back the constitutionalists. So yeah, the Second American Civil War is not gonna take as long as the first one. And there we have it, the American junta is triumphant. So, you want to honor the Confederacy, because that's the way we flip fascists, so we can join the Axis. Also build just whatever ships you want. We and Germany and Italy will surely be able to overpower the UK's fleet, so yeah, or at least overpower it for long enough that we can naval invade them. Speaking of naval invasion, here's a free slot, and let's research landing craft. Now honor the Confederacy is done, and now we should have some decisions, yep, to celebrate Montgomery Convention Day and move government to Richmond, which is gonna move the capital to Virginia. So now Richmond is our capital, and we could do enshrine state rights if we had 75 political power. As for focuses, really you can do whatever you want. It might be a good idea to pick up some war plans for some attack bonuses, or build a Pentagon, or really just go with whatever you want, really. Eventually you're gonna get this event, Mexican oil nationalized. Well, don't pick it's a fait accompli. Pick either this one or this one. With this one you get some hits to the stability and war support, but you also get a war goal against Mexico. It's a shame that they are democratic, because if the UK doesn't guarantee them, they are probably gonna join the Allies anyway. So it might be better to pick this one, which will just make you embargo them. Well, I mean, Germany and the UK are already embargoing Mexico. So I'm gonna take this and just invade them when we are already in the Axis. Speaking of being in the Axis, if you enshrine states' rights or whatever that was, you can permit Confederate battle standards, which will give you some more stability and war support and fascism support, and you can hold a constitutional convention, which will make you fascist, like so, and will make you the Confederated States of America. And let's see if we can join the Axis. Indeed. So now we are in the Axis, and Germany is going to send a good number of troops to garrison the border with Canada. So when we go to war with the Allies soon, we don't really have to pay like any attention to Canada, because Germany will do the work for us. So for now what I'm gonna do is just fill this up to 24 and detach this army. They can take over Mexico, and the rest can go to Germany, like that. And also I'm gonna plan a naval invasion from Wilhelmshaven all the way to Newcastle and the 4 surrounding provinces. And also I'm gonna take the fleet, goddamn. That's a wide task force count. So what you want to do is just select all of them. Actually it would have been faster to select these, whatever, and just merge them like so. You can merge these ones too. I press G, by the way, like that, and select all and send them to Weserems. And also I'm gonna detach these divisions from the fallback line and attach them to the naval invasion order. Excellent. William Dudley Pelley challenges Douglas MacArthur. We are not going to retire Douglas MacArthur because he's far superior to William. Or we could have Charles Lindbergh for 1% range. So now the Republic still has need of him. You're not gonna get this event again, so now we have Douglas MacArthur permanently as our leader, and the cipher for the UK has been cracked in like 2 years, so let's crack the Soviet Union's. Mexican compensation. Yeah, you can pick this one, you can trade with Mexico if you want, but again we have a war goal against them, and the UK is guaranteeing them. Well, shit. Well, we are going to take over them sooner or later, but I guess it's later. And the fleet has arrived, I see, so we are gonna put them in the North Sea and the Eastern North Sea on strike force. And actually we can just we can just accept the call to arms right now. So yeah, it's just the regular allies. And Ethiopia, I guess. They are still in the allies, not the African Union. Well, whatever. We only want South Georgia Island anyway. So let's accept the call to arms. Like so. And wait, it's not prepared yet. Well, whatever. Let's see if we have any naval supremacy. Oh yes. So now we just have to wait a bit for the naval invasions to prepare. And Spain wants to send some divisions, and Japan a few of whatever that is. So now we just wait until the naval invasion is prepared and just capitulate the UK and hopefully be able to take South Georgia Island. And as I said, you don't have to worry about Canada. Germany will do the work for you. Mexican entry into the Axis. What? Aren't they supposed to join the Allies? We will sponsor Mexico's entrance into the Axis. America joins Mexican-American technical mission. Okay then. Let's see if they got approved. Seems like it. Okay. Well, then I'm not gonna invade them, I guess. So these 17 divisions can go help out Germany and Canada, I suppose. So now well, actually it's not prepared yet, but it almost is. 83 days and 84 days, and now they are gone to Newcastle. Hungary also joined the Axis, and I got another slot for spies. And where the hell is the collab government? Well, actually I'm just gonna stop spying on the UK, because it's gonna take less than 180 days to capitulate them, so I'm gonna spy on the Soviet Union instead, because they are gonna take a bit longer. And we have made landfall soon in Newcastle as well. Come on. It's just one division. Alright, excellent. So now we set a front line to here and we just conquer all of it. I hate how this looks. Let's do it again. Yep, like that. And delete this fallback line and assign everyone to this. And now the Americans keep on flooding the UK. Actually, I haven't even finished War Plan Red. We are gonna reject any Lend-Lease from Axis members because we at least want enough war score for South Georgia Island, which gets taken by Italy usually, but I hope we can outbid them. Already the UK has been cut in two, and Legionary Romania also joined the Axis, and Norway still exists. They only took Oslo now. Damn. But yeah, the Canada capitulated. I was gonna say the UK stands no chance, and that's true. And these are just the remnants of the Allied troops up here. What the hell does Free France have to do with the defense of Canada? I mean, what are they doing here? Don't they have... Well, they don't really have a country to defend. I mean, they have Syria and Djibouti, I guess. And French Guiana. you should grab Warplan White for some attack bonus against the Soviet Union. Not that the Soviet Union stands any chance, but this will make it go a bit faster, and also add a military high command with infantry bonuses, which I suppose we don't have somehow. So just hire Joseph Stilwell for that attrition decrease, because we are gonna fight in some very shit terrain in the Soviet Union, and now the UK has capitulated. So what you want to do is go down to here and just take South Georgia Island. What you do with the rest of your points is irrelevant. I'm just gonna get a UK puppet in some of their states. Alright, also you can add war reparation for more civs, but we already have an abundance of civs, so let's get some resource rights, like so we don't have to trade ideally, and also take as much as their navy as you want, or can. Yeah, that's about it. So yeah, let's confirm and exit. Alright, so now we have two of the Georgias. One of them is South Georgia Island, which has a whopping 30 people on it, and the other one is of course Georgia, the American state. So the only damn, that's a ocean full of axes. And the third Georgia we have to get is around here. This Georgia, we have to take it from the Soviet Union. I have already been justifying on the Soviet Union. This is gonna take a few more days, so until then just assign literally every troop you have along with the Soviet, I mean on the Soviet border, and just do this. And also let's do some collaborations. I mean, if it was at 50%. And by the way, the factions map mode now looks like this. So yes, Germany just felt like taking most of Scotland, and I have the Confederate Protectorate of Britain. Do they still have their focus tree? Wait, why not? Wait, I think I know why. Yes, the UK still exists on fucking Pitcairn Island, because the Axis doesn't take every state for some reason. So my protectorate is stuck with the generic focus tree. Well, whatever, we can obviously conquer the Soviet Union without that. It would have just been nice to have their focus tree. And now I'm gonna declare on the Soviets. The border is already manned, I see. So let's just casually declare war on the Soviet Union and call allies. Yep, so now the Soviets are at war with everyone. Also what? Wait, I thought the Axis will give me some of Canada. Well, I guess not. So they puppeted Canada in this wasteland and just took the actually useful areas for themselves. Okay. We now just go to Moscow and beyond.
One eternity later.
Finally, the Soviets capitulated. Let me go on a little tangent real quick. So, I did all collaboration governments, all 3 levels of it, and the Soviet Union's surrender limit is still at 20%. But why? It says here it's supposed to reduce the Soviet Union's surrender level by 30% and give 100% compliance. It's probably gonna give the compliance, but why not decrease the surrender limit? If it did, I wouldn't have had to do fucking this. Go to the goddamn Urals. And also, by the way, Japan declared war on Vichy France, so Germany is at war with them as well, but I am not, because I don't want to invade Japan. I only wanted to capitulate the Soviet Union, but it proved harder than I imagined, because collaboration governments don't work now, apparently. Except sometimes they do, so go figure. But let's see that peace deal already. Yes, massive lag. And the Soviet Union has capitulated. Finally, it only took like 3 years. So, we want to take Georgia, and again, like with the UK peace deal, the rest is irrelevant. You can do whatever you like. I'm gonna puppet the Soviet Union in, where is it? In this state. And also take their navy, take the Yugoslav navy and the Greek navy as well. And I don't know, I guess I could puppet them here, here and a few other places as well, which will create massive border gore, but whatever. Wait, what's this state? That is Kiva, so... Oh, they didn't contest that. Okay, they can take the rest. Fine. I don't care, just give me Georgia. I only want Georgia, yes, thank you. So, okay, I don't care about the rest. Just confirm and exit. Okay, so we have a chunky German Reich, which is at war with Japan. The hell is this? Reichskommissariat Moscovian. Moscow is around here somewhere. Tanutuva is very far away from Moscow, but whatever. And a new Mongol Empire exists now. But most importantly, we got a Reichskommissariat Russia, and we got Georgia. So if I didn't already have the achievement, it would have popped up. So let's just find it. Well, it doesn't show that the requirements are met, so there's no point. So it should pop up now if you have done this as well. So we have control and own Georgia, the American state, South Georgia Island, and Georgia, the now country and then a part of the Soviet Union. So, thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, subscribe and stuff, and tell me what other achievement you would like me to do a guide for in the next episode. So, with that said, goodbye everyone.